Hi everybody, it's Sharon. You may remember that a few months ago, I finished a jigsaw puzzle that was 1,000 pieces and was really hard for me because it was a drip painting by Jackson Pollock. I was so proud of myself for finishing it. Well, it inspired me to go to Stanford University because in their Anderson collection, there is a drip painting by Jackson Pollock, and I wanted to film it for you. Unfortunately, once I got here, I found out the Anderson collection was closed until the fall, so I was kind of disappointed, but I let it go. Imagine my delight when I found out that the painting had been moved to the Cantor Museum and I could go see it. Let's take a closer look. The building that houses the Cantor Museum today was one of the first to be built on Stanford's campus back in 1894. As you enter the building, you can't help but be impressed with the grand spaces, luxurious materials, and neoclassical detail. A more modern addition was added in the 1990s, and that's where the Pollock is today. Harry and Mary Margaret Anderson collected art from the 1960s onwards, especially abstract expressionists. Along with their daughter, Mary Patricia, they gifted 121 works of art to Stanford University in 2011, including the Jackson Pollock. It was one of the few Pollock drip paintings in private hands in 1970 when they bought it. Painted in 1947, one of Pollock's best years, it measures 4 feet by 7 feet, unusually large for its day. It's called Lucifer, like the biblical angel fallen from grace, and just like the luminous paint that falls to the surface of the canvas. Jackson Pollock grew up in the West, but moved to New York City to join other artists in the 1930s. There, he developed his techniques and started drip painting. Here's a short video that shows his technique. The canvas is laid on the ground, and he uses a stiff brush or a stick to fling the paint onto the canvas. The paint is a viscous enamel. It doesn't pool, and after each layer dries, he may add new colors to the mix. He works quickly, giving rise to the term action painting. The painting Lucifer began with broad brushstrokes of dark gray and silver. You can still see canvas underneath the paint, and colors like orange and green and yellow, wire-thin filaments. Step back to admire the painting. There's no central place to put your eye. It's attention-getting, riveting, and as one critic said, it's not as important what happens in the canvas as what's happening to you when you look at the canvas. There's one place I recommend to look on the canvas. Yes, there it is, a cigarette butt embedded in the paint, straight out of the mouth of Jackson Pollock himself in 1947. Let's take another look at Convergence, the Pollock drip painting that got me started. Today, it's found at the Albright Knox Gallery in Buffalo, New York. Back in 1964, they created a 340-piece jigsaw puzzle of Convergence that they billed as the most difficult puzzle in the world. Well, that made me pretty pleased with my 1,000-piece puzzle, all right. Thanks for joining me today. Catch you later. Bye.